Now, a moment of enlightenment. Now that I know who I am and know what I am not, because I am what I am and I'm not what I'm not. A question comes to fruitation, you know, and then ask yourself, so is it better to fight instinctively as animals or constricted by knowledge and rehearsed techniques as humans often do? You have to ask ourselves, who is the first person to learn martial arts? Who taught the first person? The angels did. The angels came down. The Watchers came down and taught man how to use martial arts. They taught us weaponry. They taught us language. They taught us fighting, the art of war. And etc. etc. If you want to look it up, you can find and do your homework. I would be pleased. You can leave some comments if you know anything else. It would be nice to add. But naturally, it's versus the trained and the animal, animal versus human. We are basically animals. I think so. At the top of the food chain. Dragons would have been the number one, but hey, phoenixes maybe number two. But hey, it's you and me, baby. Excuse me. But basically, we have our instinctive side and we have the animal side. The animal side was based off observing animals and insects, on how strong they were and how well they defended themselves against an opponent and how they handled themselves. That's how you got the styles of Kung Fu, along with some of the working. You're pulling it off as you work. Excuse me on some of those roughly translations, because there's different versions of Kung Fu and martial arts and karate, and I'm going to be teaching you a marriage of like a little bit of everything so that it fits with you, right? From here, we're going to get the ideal. We're going to start seeing ourselves training. We're going to see ourselves focus. We're going to see ourselves the animal or the human side. See, let's go with the human side first. Like, it involves socializing, learning how to find out our ways in society and excelling in our pursuits. That's the trained mind, We use learned fighting methods to overcome obstacles and dangers. Our human side is more polished and refined, and that it takes advantage of our lower animal instincts. But yeah, our animal side can be more brutal, more fierce, more ferocious, more animalistic per se. But you're smart. I just wanted to make it simple. We can call upon a large arsenal of attacks, of action, to remain dominant in either state. But sometimes we may lose ourselves in either being us or being the animal. Our ego has to stay and remain in check and we must remain balanced within ourselves. Enlightenment. Ultimately, the goal of our lives is to become as human as possible, to advance as far as we can. On the other hand, we can never truly abandon our primal ways, never allow our basic senses and inborn traits to atrophy, and even words effectively used can be used as a weapon. So I'm just saying, like, even our primal side can be used as a weapon. Even on trained and honed and polished side can be used as a weapon. Anything you've learned in your life, it's time to use it. Weaponize it. Get yourself together and move forward. You're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. I'm showing you the ways of heaven. Yeah, say I'm God's son too. So once you are able to master your tongue, you can master the rest of your body. Learn when to be quiet, when to talk, Once you master your functions more effectively, you're mastering yourself. See the tongue as the rudder, the ship, the steer, and the wheel to the car. Your vehicle. So you know who you are, how you talk, how you control yourself, and meditate on that, and find that enlightenment. Remember, all your allies, associates, and friends are entirely different categories. Confuse your definitions or your feelings, and the results can be peril, fatal, dire, etc. in that light. When meditating, one must not become stagnant. The environment is irrelevant. Long as you continue your learning, how do you see the glass half empty or half full? Go ahead and tell me. You can type it in the comments. I'm gonna do the rock for a moment and be like, it doesn't matter if you can see it half empty or half full. All right.